Hey guys, it's late. I know, right? This is what happens when Crunchyroll and Aniplex decides to delay stuff. Granted, it's I felt like it's more technical issues more than anything. At least the episode came out, so we could be grateful for that. So I think I got over my little Rin fixation that I had for like the past 2 weeks, because I realized something. One, she's an anime slash visual novel character that doesn't exist. Two, she is from a story that's over 10 years old. And three, whatever happens to Rin, whether it be the jackhammer or we see dolphins or she I don't know what happens next. Friggin' if she makes a bad decision, it's her fault. She's her own character. Besides from that, I still don't like Shiro as a character, but that's just me. I just can't relate to him. That's just me. Like I'm having a hard time getting through the visual novel because I just don't like Shiro as a character. Anyway, let's move on to this 50-minute mid-season finale of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. So, episode 12 of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, known as the final decision. I have no idea why it's called that because nothing was final. We just have a lot of stuff building up for the next season or the second half of the season in freaking April. I guess I should start from the beginning, where we have Rin, Shiro, and Saber go on a date. Now, thing is it a Rin and Shiro date, or I mean, they like Saber said they shouldn't treat that Saber's there, but they kind of do. They buy food for her and all that whatnot. So I mean, so is it a date between Rin and Shiro, or is there a date between Shiro, Rin, and Saber? Anyway, we see Rin being all cutesy and tsundere and all that whatnot. But let's move on to the to the to the big thing that happened, where we see Castor out of costume and she kidnaps Fujini, as Saber calls her, not Saber, friggin' Shiro. Anyway, Castor has a little chit chat with uh, our little gang of heroes, I guess. Our gang of Shiro, Rin, and Saber. Castor wanting having Saber on her side and being her master, and it ends up working out pretty well because like Castor was in a win-win situation nonetheless. Oh yeah, we also learned Castor's identity through Kire, the priest. Yeah, she calls her the Princess of Colchis. I believe I pronounced that right. Anyway, she's from Greek mythology, where her real name is Medea, and she was branded a witch, I believe. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I don't know if the rest of the back half of the season is gonna dive into it. But anyway, she's from Greek mythology. Her name's Medea, and she looks pretty without the hood. Anyway, as all that is going down, Archer comes in, freaking just barrages everybody with like arrows, and it was freaking Archer so badass because he just doesn't give a flying crap. Anyway, Shiro gets stabbed through Saber because freaking Castor makes her use a command seal, uses her one command seal to make Saber kill Rin, but Shiro, obviously being the hero that he is, he gets in the way and gets stabbed straight here, which I feel like that should cut off his arm, but it didn't. And yeah, moved on to some more Rin fan service. Like no kidding, like she was in a towel picking up her bra. We saw her clothes and all that whatnot while she's talking to Archer about freaking Archer and if he remembers who he is, because I feel like Rin has found out, because especially the things she was saying to Archer or to Shiro, it makes me feel like that she definitely knows who Archer is. Anyway, Castor starts talking to Fake Assassin about guarding the temple. We also learned through this, we learned that one, freaking Fake Assassin stuck at the castle. He literally cannot move outside of the castle. Two, he likes talking with his rib cage out, because I found that hilarious that he just like freaking Castor just like used a magic spell, broke open his chest, and he like, ugh, he's in like pain at first, and then he's like, yeah, yeah, can I make some jokes? Because that's all I got. Not only that, we also learned that I believe if I was reading the subtitles right, it seems that Castor has a thing for her master. That's why she's doing all the stuff that she's been doing behind his back, so she could get things done. Through which we learn freaking that there are actually two grails, the greater grail and the lesser grail, and that, sorry, my mind went kind of blank there. The greater grail requires all servants except one to be vanquished so you can obtain it, while the lesser grail is there are other ways of getting it. Anyway, Kira says that the lesser grail is not here and all that whatnot, and freaking Caster doesn't believe him. I don't know why you wouldn't believe him. He's a priest for freaking for Pete's sake. He's a badass one at it too. Cause freaking Caster attacks him with all her like little minions things, and freaking he just goes ham. He just goes like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Freaking they're like archer freaking skeleton thingies, and then he freaking becomes Wolverine. Not really, granted, that because those are just blades. But like he becomes Wolverine, just like starts slicing and dicing, and freaking he doesn't even need Lancer's help. Lancer's like, so you told me to stay here and just make sure no one comes? He's like, yeah, all right then, I'll do that. Freaking he's just so badass. Freaking granted, he's an asshole, but he's a badass asshole. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one thing. Shiro, freaking Rin patches him up because you know the stab that should have took out his arm, but whatever. She patches him up. He gets up anyway and finds the pendant that Rin used to save him in the beginning of the season, and he's like, "God damn it, Tosaka! This is like the greatest debt I can never repay." Anyway, he somehow finds her on the roof. How did he get there? How do you know she was there? I have no idea. But anyway, freaking, she tells him not to participate anymore because you're gonna get killed because you don't know magic for Crab Grace. You could do like trace on. Psh, but like that's not gonna get you far, cause especially you don't have Saber, who has regenerative, or at least great healing powers, where he was kind of using those. So like now he doesn't have it anymore. All right, I think I covered everything that was in the episode. Anyway, my grade for the episode: A, of course, beautifully animated. The fight scenes were wonderful as well. Only thing that sucks is that now we have to wait for April, and because BS, that's why. Luckily, there are great animes out there and TV shows that I enjoyed, that I can fill the gap with, and you should too. One of them being Parasite, but granted, Parasite's on break again for some reason. Freaking Blue Balls, the anime. Anyway, my question to you guys that I know you guys like answering, or at least I hope you guys do, is actually dealing with Saber's identity, or at least, hopefully, I don't think it makes a big impact in the Unlimited Blade Works. I know it makes a big impact in Fate and Heaven's Feel, I think. But it deals with Saber's sword, her sword being Excalibur. I want to know, is Excalibur like Thor's hammer where only Saber can pick it up, or can anybody wield it once you can see it? Anyway, that's my question to you guys. Is Saber's sword Excalibur can be picked up by anybody, or is it like Thor's hammer and only Saber can pick it up? Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate and subscribe because it makes me feel good to see that people are actually watching the videos I put out on Interwebs. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow because thankfully I didn't have to do this review tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow for my Kamen Get Killed review. Officially, it's coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Until then, bye.